Welcome to the Walkabout for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix. It's a little bit chaotic in here. The press conference has just wrapped up, but I've spotted some sailors that aren't talking to media right now, so let's dive on in. Hello, how are you?
In the background of your video.
Well, we're about to perk up because tomorrow's weather forecast is looking fruity.
Yeah, I think that'll wake me up.
Going into this weekend, obviously a tough couple of events for you with Rio and Bermuda, a little bit of a comeback, but how much are you looking forward to trying to have a good weekend here in New York?
Oh, we can't wait. Yeah, can't wait to get out there. The race course looked amazing tomorrow. Conditions look pretty epic. I think it's going to be a pretty special weekend.
We haven't had a windy New York in a while. When the wind is navigating around the buildings, and then you've also got current going against it, how hard is it, I guess, to make decisions really quickly out there?
Yeah, it's hard. The wind will be changing like that. It's going to be gusty, it's going to be super shifty. Then you've got the current added on top of that. So there's going to be a lot going on, and often in those scenarios, it's just trying to simplify and make decisions as quick as possible, but making sure you're giving the crew time to sail the boat well and still do the boat handling maneuvers well, because if you get something like that wrong, then you can capsize or something go really wrong. So it's a balancing act.
Now, season-wise, you guys are still obviously, I think you're second, 10 points behind the Aussies. Spanish are creeping up on you as well, but how much with a long season like this is you just got to go event by event?
Yeah, I think SailGP, we all know the jeopardy. We all know things can change in a second in terms of the standings and what's happening, and so it's event by event. Just keep plugging, keep putting yourself in the race, trying to stay in the mix, and then be in there with a shot at the end if you can.
Now, last season you didn't have a good American leg either, so you're looking forward to getting over to Portsmouth soon and getting that European leg underway?
Yeah, last season the American leg was pretty tough for us as well, so maybe it's just where we learn, I don't know. So yeah, but looking forward to getting to Portsmouth in the home event. That's going to be epic.
Oh, well, good luck this weekend, and hopefully you can break that American run. We might get Diego next. Thanks, Hannah. Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
You excited to be back in New York? You won here last year after sneaking into the final.
Yeah. It's very exciting to be here, and also with a great forecast, with a lot of action ahead.
Yeah, what are you expecting with the forecast? It's looking completely top end.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was not easy to say before in the press conference that we will be 13 boats in Halifax, because many things can happen tomorrow with the forecast we have. We will see if we have a split fleet racing or full fleet. This will say a lot on the risk we will head tomorrow, and we need to get prepared, get the boat really well revised, and nothing can break tomorrow, and have the confidence on it and have a solid day to then be able to have the chance of getting into the final on Sunday, which will be a more classic day.
You touched on the split fleet. How will that change the racing? Obviously there's less boats on the race course, but does it change how you operate at the start, how you make decisions around the course?
Yeah, obviously there is more space in the course, so I think it rewards a bit more the boats that have a bit more speed or a bit better technique. And the start is also very important, no? I think if with the split fleet racing, it's all about having a clean start and then going quick in the course, take the shifts, and it's not so much about fleet management.
And obviously been making some finals this year, and I think I said this last time, but you'll be gunning for the win this weekend. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, I mean, we always go for the win, no? The first step is to get into this final. And we've been working on our approaches for the finals, because obviously lately we've been making those finals but didn't manage to win in the last ones. So we are, as I said, the first step is to get there. It's not easy to make our 5th final in a row, but then if we get there, we'll push hard.
And it looks like Saturday's going to be really windy and Sunday's going to be a lot lighter. So how hard is it, I guess, to adapt to 2 completely different days?
Yeah, it's extremely hard, and that's one of the keys of SailGP, to be able to adapt to different conditions without much training, and I think this is also a thing we've been working on since a long time already, and I'm confident that we can adapt quite well to different conditions.
Awesome. Good luck this weekend, Diego.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's keep going. All right, let's talk to Tom Slingsby. Tom, you're 10 points ahead on the leaderboard. Feeling a bit more comfortable than last season where you was in front, behind.
Yeah, I know. I think we got the lead 5 times during the year and lost it 5 times. So, a little bit of a buffer is nice. But as we've seen, I mean, at GBR, an example, they were dominant at the start of the year. They had all top 2 results, and then they had a last place in Rio. So that can happen to us. I remember 2 years ago, we were leading the series by a long way, and then we hit the mark in Christchurch and dropped down the standings massively. So we're very well aware that things can happen in SailGP. You've got to stay out of trouble, avoid crashes, avoid marks, and try to just keep chipping away.
It's always about the next race, and that this weekend, obviously, you haven't had a lot of luck in New York, but you're here to break the curse, I hear.
Yeah, we haven't had much luck here in New York. It's always been a bit of a bogey event for us. I do look at this event as a tough one for us. We like the stable breezes or the more consistent wind and stuff, but here in New York, you've got current, lots of current. You've got wind coming through a skyline of Manhattan. You've got all different sort of things to deal with. I look at this event as a tough one. It's very hard to be consistent here. You have teams that haven't done well just get great results, and teams that have done well not do well. But we're confident. We're in as good a place as we possibly could be as a team. We're feeling great. We're confident coming off a couple of good events, and we just got to focus on ourselves and try to get a good result.
Now it looks like we're going to have a windy Saturday, a lighter Sunday, potential split fleet format. How does that change, I guess, across the 2 days, how the racing will be?
Yeah, I haven't heard the exact...
Unconfirmed.
Yeah, unconfirmed. I've heard potentially split fleet. Hopefully it's only split fleet for Saturday and we can go back to full fleet for Sunday in the lighter airs. But yeah, split fleet, it's a bit new for all of us. So how that changes our strategy, we've got to talk together as a team. Do we take more risks? Do we back off a bit? Do we try to focus on a certain boat when you're in a smaller fleet, or do you ignore it? There's a few different things we're going to have to discuss as a team and try to come up with a strategy. But yeah, it's an up and down forecast. Saturday really windy, Sunday quite light. So hopefully it's great racing for everyone.
And you touched on the current before. So current is obviously the water's moving quite rapidly. When it's wind, it gets tight, it gets choppy. How does that sort of affect the starts as well? I imagine that changes the game.
Yeah, the current it plays havoc on our course sometimes, especially if the wind's light. The current really sort of knocks you around a lot, like it gets you off your ley lines, it pushes you over the start, it does things. If it's windy, it's not a big factor because it's such a small percentage of our boat speed, but when it's light, it's a big percentage of our boat speed. So dealing with that, understanding where the channels of current are, where it's stronger, where it's less, where there might be eddies going the other way of current. We've got to learn all that stuff. We've been looking at the tide maps and trying to figure it all out, but you never really know until you get out there.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one, but you did just announce a docu-series behind the scenes on Disney+. We're going to see a different side of Tom Slingsby for...
I don't know. It might just be me amplified, which is not good. Yeah, it's really exciting. Disney Plus has greenlit a show, a Disney show, and we've got Hugh and Ryan sort of amplifying that and doing the storytelling for that. I think it's going to be amazing. I mean, a lot of people don't know a lot about our sport, and to think that SailGP's had so much success, we've got all these new viewers, but people don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, what it's like to go behind the scenes, behind the curtains of a professional sailing team, how we get ready for a day's racing, the pressure we feel, the chats, the arguments, all the behind the scenes sort of things that you see in a professional sports team. People are going to see that in sailing for the first time ever. So, and then we've got Ryan and Hugh there sort of pulling the strings and adding the humour. So I think it's really exciting for our sport, but for us as well.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tom, and good luck this weekend.
All right, cheers.
All right, let's keep moving. Oh, got to talk to the hometown hero. I lost her. Hi. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Welcome to New York.
So good to be here.
Yeah.
Are you pumped?
I'm pumped. I love New York City. It's like, I don't know, I feel like any other place I go, I kind of have a little bit of anxiety, but here, no one cares. So you can just vibe and be yourself.
You do you.
Yeah, you do you. Exactly.
I'm out there racing on the weekend now. It's going to be absolutely epic with the forecast on Saturday. You've got the skyline in the background, erratic winds. How tough is it going to be on that track?
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be tricky for sure. You know, anytime there's breeze and sailing these boats, you're pushing extremely hard. And with the swirliness and the current and everything that's going to happen, it's going to be tricky. But at the same time, you know, we know that every team is probably going to be making mistakes, and it's like, how can we come back from those mistakes? I feel like that's going to make or break the difference.
Now, you've had an awesome season so far. Bermuda, Saturday, really good. Sunday, not so good. What have you learned from, I guess, that tough day? Because sometimes big lessons come from tough days.
Absolutely, yeah. We've really been looking at that day and trying to learn as much as we can. And even Saturday, you know, we look at Saturday and feel like we did not sail our best. So we've been looking at the Aussies and the Spanish and how they're sailing the boat, and we've learned a lot. And it's nice that there's going to be breeze tomorrow, so we can take those learnings into tomorrow's racing and hopefully sail well.
Now, I have a grinding question. So obviously you're training, you want to get fitter and fitter, but you've had an event just 2 weeks ago, and then you're like tapering for another really tough event. How does the training look when you got weekends that are fairly close together?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming back from a weekend, I'm always like sleeping 14 plus hours for probably 2 nights. So a lot of it is just easing back into movement. But I think I've learned my body really well and what I'm able to handle. And obviously the week before, this is a lot of media for us. You know, trying to keep my body healthy, get my sleep. But last week, you know, I was still pushing really hard in the gym, trying to lift as much as I possibly could, grinding really hard. So it's a bit of a balance, and we have a trainer who we work with who helps manage that. But you know, I'm always trying to at least maintain or get fitter within the season.
And going into this weekend, you obviously say like very busy with media. Have you got family coming in? Are you excited to see all the Stars and Stripes flags in the grandstand?
Yeah, absolutely. My whole family's here, and I actually saw them last night for dinner, and then I walked into the restaurant and they were all clapping, and I'm like, okay guys, like,
relax, be cool, be cool.
Relax, like it's just me. But they're super excited. They're gonna come out and check out our fan zone today, and it's just great to have that support and know that they're cheering for us.
Awesome. Well, good luck this weekend, Anna, and thanks for chatting.
Thank you.
All right, let's go chat with Erik. Erik, well done in Bermuda, obviously making a final. You're hoping to continue that momentum here in New York?
Of course. We hope all the time. It's good to get some confidence into the team, and it's good to show good results. We've heard already a couple of events before that it's going up, and yeah, we still push and keep going.
It's so hard now to have a consistent weekend for everybody because the level is so high. But going into this weekend, we got quite varied conditions. How hard is this weekend to be able to be consistent to make that final?
There's still in the room that we sailed split fleet, so split fleet would shake up the whole thing even more, you know, because the points will be closer together for the last day. Then we have a very soft day on Sunday. So it's, you know, I believe you can be top 3 or last 3 within 1 or 2 races.
Last year in New York, it was obviously really gusty. You also had the current. So do you take the learnings from last year into this weekend? Like, have you been studying last year, or is tomorrow going to be a different game?
Tomorrow looks more like Auckland this year, so we prepare for this a little bit. Small wing, big breeze, shifty, coming from the city. But yeah, for Sunday, we probably look at last year's event.
And you had a new wing trimmer at the beginning of this year with Kevin stepping in. Are you guys all gelling now perfectly? Is that why it all came together in Bermuda? You're all predicting what each other wants to do?
It's getting a lot better. And we take small steps, but Kevin is doing a great job. He's epic. He's sailing the boat really well. And we added a few tasks even for the start to help me out a little more, which was, you know, turning quite good. So we keep working on this, and yeah, we are glad to have him.
And season so far, I think you're sort of in the mid-pack at the moment. Are you hoping that you can sort of step it up event after an event?
Yeah, it's very close together, so we have to step up to make sure we, you know, we keep sitting there. And yeah, I think we have a great chance if you know, we build that confidence, if we build that flow, to really step up on the leaderboard. And this is what we push for this weekend too.
Awesome, good luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Well, Blair, we just heard the good news. The team will be back on the water in Halifax. The boat's going in the container. How pumped is everyone on the Black Foils?
Yeah, we're really excited. It's been a long time coming. It's, you know, no doubt a challenging few months, but all eyes forward now. I'm really motivated to get back on the water and show everyone what we can do. And it's just put together really solid race weekends and good results.
You got a full half of a season to go, so I guess, yeah, every weekend showing up, big lessons from the first half of the season as well as a team. How do you kind of get on that racetrack in Halifax and just go all guns blazing, or is it deep in the blood?
We always have the approach of trying to do the best we can on a race weekend, even when we've been at the other end of the fleet and winning. People, you know, you're talking about the results, and we say, no, it's just one weekend, try and do the best we can in the conditions we face, and that's the same approach now. And just get out there in Halifax, get good starts, hope the boat's going fast, or we push hard to make the boat go fast, and sail it smart and see what we can do.
You've got incredible fans. How stoked are they going to be to hear this news?
Yeah, our fans have been amazing, and just really want to say thank you so much for the last few months. It's been, like I say, it's been tough, but everyone's stood by us, and now it's our opportunity to get out there and try and repay them, and that's with good results and representing our country.
Awesome, thanks, Blair. Can't wait to see you line up on that start line in Halifax.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, that's it for the Walkabout. As you heard, it is going to be a full-on weekend. It's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top. Make sure you tune in.